Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Jungle News. I'm Allison Smith.
And I'm Isaac Smith, and we are not married. The West Liberty-Salem wrestling team consists of 9 members, and they began with a meet at Northeastern on December 1st and 2nd. Major Stratton won his weight class, while Zane Reed had 4 pins, and Trenton Douthwaite had 2 pins. With no seniors on the team this year, the juniors will lead the team. Trenton Douthwaite, who is a first-year wrestler, is looking forward to the season and thinks the team will have a successful year.
The West Liberty-Salem School District has plans to build a new field house. With the hope of construction starting in the summer of 2018, the field house will be built where the baseball field is currently located. The new building will provide students with new athletic facilities. The Tiger Strong Fieldhouse plans were created after the events of January 20th, 2017. A room will be dedicated to those who donated money to help build the fieldhouse, memorialize what happened on January 20th, and to recognize the people who went out of their way to save others. Mr. Johnson believes this room will be of great significance to the WLS community.
It's very easy to focus on the negatives, on the other things. So to have a room that kind of celebrates accomplishments, bravery, and just community support, I think is important.
The field house will add more space needed for athletes and members of the community to utilize. Jake Vitt notes that the baseball and softball team will be able to practice in the winter along with other uses.
And it'll also just give us another gym so that practices don't run so late. There will be an indoor running track so that you guys don't have to run in the halls. It'll also give us outdoor restrooms and locker rooms for like football games and soccer games. The cost estimation to manufacture the building will be $870,000. Donations have been received by a local business of $250,000 and by the Athletic Association of $100,000. One of our fellow students, Logan Cole, and his family have also given a generous contribution to the construction process.
Yeah, the community donated a lot of money toward me and my family in the days after January 20th. So my family and I decided to give back about $22,000 of that toward the school to help fund the field house.
The Tiger Strong Fieldhouse will be a reminder of events that occurred, as well as producing new memories for the West Liberty-Salem community. This has been Tori Cordell reporting for the Jungle News.
The West Liberty-Salem School Board all met at the school in July and had a narrow vote to cancel the drug testing. Chris Mayo believed it was not in the scope of the school's jurisdiction and that it was a private matter. Mr. Hissong believes it will be reinstated in the years to come.
Right now, the people of Santa Barbara, California are in the middle of a horrific fire called Thomas Fire. There's been over 35,000 people evacuated from homes and 231,700 acres destroyed from it. The fire is now ranked as the 5th largest wildfire in the state of California.
And now it's time
for 5 or 6 baritone solos in the key of E.
But now for another of our special features.
Should have tried E flat.
The West Liberty-Salem National Honor Society hosted an induction ceremony on Monday, December 11, in the high school cafeteria. The purpose of the ceremony was to induct the new junior and senior members by informing them what NHS is all about. NHS is an honor society where you need a 3.5 GPA and approval by teachers in order to be a part of the program. This year's president, Taylor Ano, stepped up and picked the theme, Moana, How Far I'll Go. Taylor believes the other changes that took place this year were beneficial to the program.
We also aren't having a guest speaker this year just because we thought it would be interesting to have NHS members speak versus having someone else come in. So I think that'll be a really cool change to the program, and it'll just be more interesting to the students and the parents as well.
The ceremony included the induction of 20 juniors and 4 seniors who got escorted in by the older members. One of the new junior members, Dominic Blair, believes the ceremony went according to plan.
I mean, it went well. We got escorted in, and they gave speeches, and we got our cords and our certificates, and speeches went well. So overall, it was well put together.
A total of 5 seniors gave speeches, 4 of which were about the important qualities that make for a good role model. Each of these speeches were represented by lighting a candle. This year, Mrs. Neer took on the role of the NHS advisor, and she believes that the crowd was fond of the speeches.
Some of them I know came out of their comfort zone to speak a lot and gave speeches, which we had two really good, encouraging and touching speeches from Taylor Ano and Elias Kirker-Naporowski.
Unfortunately, 4 NHS members could not attend the ceremony due to conflicting schedules. These members include seniors Taylor Locke and Lane Godwin, and juniors Gabby Holler and Kelsey Day. Kelsey believes they all missed out on a great honorable event.
Well, I mean, I actually couldn't go to the banquet because I had a basketball game. And I was a little disappointed because, it was a big honor to receive. But, ball is life, so gotta go to the game, I guess.
Even though the National Honor Society program has ended, the new inductees as well as the old members are looking forward to the upcoming kindergarten screening in spring. This has been Cookie Kabua reporting for the Jungle News.
In early December, the Supreme Court met in the Capitol and voted 7-2 to allow President Trump's travel ban to take effect. This is allowing a ban on the residents in Chad, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Syria, and Yemen. These nations all have a majority of Muslims. However, this is not a final ruling. There can be many more challenges to come.
The WLS staff and students welcomed Mrs. Arnold to the high school. She began this year with big shoes to fill, taking the place of Mrs. Warai, the 11th grade English teacher who retired last year. Mrs. Arnold went to Miami University and has been working for the private sector, which limited her experience over the past couple of years.
The West Liberty-Salem High School boys basketball team kicked off the season on December 2nd at home in non-OHC play against Miami East. The Tigers are looking to improve upon last season's OHC record of 8-8 and overall record of 15-8. This year's team is composed of 7 seniors and 1 sophomore. Varsity head coach Darren Lichty believes this year's team's composition will lead to a fun season to watch.
We have quite a few seniors this year, actually 7 of them, and just looking for them to give a lot of leadership during the year. They obviously have a lot of experience.
There are 5 returning varsity players on the team this year. Senior Tyler Jones predicts a winning season even considering heavy competition in the OHC.
Yeah, I think we got a pretty decent shot at winning the OHC. Like I said, I think Catholic's going to be probably our biggest competition. This year I think we'll probably go maybe 16-6 or maybe just a little bit better.
First-year varsity starting point guard Landon Baker believes the Tigers will not only have a record-breaking season but also bring home a state championship.
Record prediction for the whole team, we're scoring at least 500 points. Straight up.
The West Liberty-Salem Lady Tigers basketball had their season opener on December 25th in non-conference play against Fort Laramie. They fell 31-50. The Lady Tigers are looking to continue upon last year's successful season of 23-1 and 18-1 in the OHC conference. Senior guard Taylor Locke predicts a successful season for the Tigers, even considering their lack of seniors. She believes even without much experience, their team will be very competitive in the OHC conference.
The best thing about our team is probably the speed and just the drive that we all have to compete and to try to win.
Freshman Selena Weaver believes the Lady Tigers will have a winning season due to their chemistry on the court as well as their drive, motivated by senior leadership. She enjoys being a part of the varsity team.
It's really fun. It makes you want to work harder and play better. So
make sure to come watch our boys and girls basketball team on their road to success. And make sure to have a ball or watching basketball. This has been Reagan Horman reporting for Jungle News.
The West Liberty-Salem boys and girls bowling teams both began their season on November 28th against Riverside. The boys team has 10 members and tied in their first match. The girls team has 6 members, and their match ended with a win 1778 to 1460. With each team only having one senior, Michael Price says they're looking for underclassmen to step up. Their next meet is on January 11th at Graham.
Due to the blood doping in previous years, Russia has been banned from the 2018 Winter Olympics in South Korea. Their government officials cannot attend, and any athlete from Russia will have to wear a neutral uniform. The records will show that Russia didn't win any medals, and their flag will not be displayed in the opening ceremony. Russia will not challenge the ruling to be banned from the Olympics.
Are you allowed to hang Christmas decorations up at your house with tape? Well, at West Liberty-Salem, you can't. Here's Deirdre with the story.
The West Liberty-Salem High School Student Council hosted the hallway decorating competition for the second year. The competition started December 1st and went all the way to the 15th. Student Council did the competition to bring holiday cheer to the school by encouraging the student body to participate. Even though the senior class believed they deserved to win last year, they were more determined than ever to win this year. The senior class decided to decorate the science wing with the theme of the North Pole. Senior Bailey Schaefer especially enjoyed decorating this year, hoping to bring home the win.
So I thought it was a pretty good experience. I think we were pretty weak sauce this year compared to last year. But to be honest, there's no real competition because we're the best. We've always been the best.
Even though it was popular in the senior class, none of the other underclassmen, except the freshmen, participated in the event. The freshmen were assigned the choir and art hallway, the sophomores had the English hall, and the juniors had the math hall. Junior Paige Schaefer feels as though this year is disappointing compared to last year's competition.
Well, I don't think it's my fault. I told them I'd decorate for them if they brought stuff in. But I just think it's the lack of enthusiasm about Christmas coming around the corner.
One reason that might have led to less participation was the increase of rules due to the state's fire codes. Some of these rules included no tape on the walls, no extension cords, and nothing hanging from the ceiling. Student Council Advisor Mr. Johnson believes that these rules may have caused the lack of decorating.
Yeah, I think just with the new lockers, new paint jobs, new hallways, instead of waiting to try to deal with problems later, I wanted to be a little proactive.
Even though the underclassmen were too scared to decorate, all these decorations helped put everyone in the holiday cheer. We hope you had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This has been Deirdre Miguel reporting for the Jungle News.
Can you not seem to be finding Ohio's grassland monster?
Go get her. What? You had one? Get yourself on a bean. What's that? A grassland go-getter. Oh my goodness.
Side effects include connection with your wild side, lysine crossbreeding.
Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Jungle News. I'm Isaac Smith.
And I'm Allison Smith.
And this was a slam dunk. Boom! The 2018 Winter, God bless you. Sure, at least dabs, you know. There we go.
The West Liberty-Salem boys and girls bowling teams. Hi, welcome to another jungle of the... I am the worst anchor in the world.
Get up there.
Hi, and welcome to another edition.
Residents in Chad, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Syria, and Yemen. Is that right?
Yes, that was right.
Oh, okay. Why did I stop?
Just don't look.
Yemen, okay. Somalia, Syria, and Yemen. Is that wrong still? Yemen. Syria and Yemen. These nations. Okay. Yemen. Yemen.
Syria, Yemen.
Syria, Yemen.
Yemen.
Sorry.
Now we gotta do one more.
Oh, crap. Has this much trouble talking ever doing this?
I think he's been teaching this for a while.
Okay, cool. Makes me feel better.